Big Ray's Wrestling Show.
I've been doing reviews here at OneWrestling.com for many years, and I've watched the Royal Rumble from the very first ever Royal Rumble. By the way, I am the mark of the masses, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some Royal Rumble today. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, why is he so down and stuff? Well, number one, I'm not down. I'm just disappointed. We've been working very long hours here at the offices at OneWrestling.com. And again, guys, I'm going to be working overtime. I'll be doing most of my reports, if not all my reports, here from the offices at OneWrestling.com. And I just got off the horn with Bill Apter. And, Bill Apter put up his video and his thoughts on the Royal Rumble. Now, the fact of the matter is that, again, I've watched the Royal Rumble from the very first ever Royal Rumble. I think I have seen every single Royal Rumble from the very first with Hacksaw Jim Duggan to the very last one that we just had tonight. This was my least favorite Royal Rumble. And again, I'm not a professional booker. I'm not a professional wrestler, but I am a fan. I am a reporter here on OneWrestling.com. And this, in my opinion, was the worst book Royal Rumble of all time. If you agree with me, please leave your comments here below. If you don't agree with me, leave your comments here below at OneWrestling.com, YouTube.com/OneWrestling video, or shoot me a tweet over on Twitter at Big Ray Show, and the Twitter handle is right down here below. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm not just going to focus in on the Royal Rumble match, but I'm going to give you the finishes and pretty much a quick breakdown of all the other matches, and then I'll go a little more in depth about the Royal Rumble and my thoughts. We start off the show. Kickoff show. This actually was supposed to be on the main card, but it was taken down. Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, Natalya, the heels versus Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Nikki Bella. Now, we'll pick it up where we have Alexa Bliss in the ring with Naomi, and Naomi, she's grabbing Naomi by the hair. Naomi spins around, hits her with a roundhouse kick, and Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Nikki Bella actually win the match when Naomi hits a split-legged moonsault on Alexa Bliss, the champion, and pins her clean. Okay, I have a problem with this match, and this is my problem. It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible, but I just don't understand why you have the babyface and Naomi go over unless you're going to give Naomi a big push. And if they are, I mean, it's coming out of nowhere. Because, I'm thinking Nikki Bella is going to be the one that's going to be running for the title. But no, it's looking like they're going to try to push Naomi, or are they? And this is where I get a little confused with WWE at times. They do these things. I don't know if they do these things for shock factor or whatever, but, you pin the champion. You have a returning Mickie James on the heel team, Natalya, who's been, getting a lot of heat, and they lose. Okay. All right. I just want to see where it goes. And I don't know why they made that decision to actually put the baby faces over here. But we go, and I predicted that the heels would win this one, but WWE had something else in mind. But we move on to a match that I did predict correctly. It was the Raw Tag Team Championship, and here's another problem I have. And again, I don't mean to sound like Negative Nell or whatever, but the fact is that, the WWE Tag Team Championship should never be on a pre-show. I'm sorry. It should never. If you want to kick off the show with it, fine. It should be somewhere in the mid-card. I honestly don't understand why these Raw Tag Team titles with 4 wrestlers that are not only really good, but 4 prominent names in the business. And you have a former World Heavyweight Champion in Sheamus. You have Cesaro, who's held multiple titles, tag team titles, so on and so forth. You have Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson, one of the most dominant tag teams in Japan. And they've been winning over clean. And there's a lot of heat between the two teams. Why are you guys going to put them on the pre-show? I don't get it. But yeah, man, we're gonna jump right towards the end of this match. We'll pick it up where we have Cesaro, and he has Anderson in the giant swing, and he transitions very smoothly into a sharpshooter. Now Anderson is near the ropes, and Cesaro drags him to the middle, but then you have Gallows comes in with a big boot. Anyway, at one point we had Sheamus, we had 2 referees here, and Sheamus actually knocked the living hell by mistake again out of one of the referees with a bro kick, and I'm sorry, guys. You know, Karl, I'm sorry you have to work so late again, man. I know this is very frustrating for you. Karl is very upset. Let me explain to you why. Karl's my cameraman. This guy, the steady hand of OneWrestling.com, I call him. And for some reason, he picked James Ellsworth to win the Royal Rumble. I thought it was absolutely crazy, and I found out it was crazier because he actually bet $500 on James Ellsworth winning the match. Ridiculous. And don't give me that look. I told you. Anyway, whatever. So anyway, so yeah, we got the Magic Killer on Sheamus, but you know, you have Anderson's ready for Cesaro. He comes anyway. They're going back and forth. Everything's going crazy, but the club actually win this match via pinfall. We have Karl Anderson who rolls up Cesaro with a dirty pin, grabs the tights, and that's how they win the tag team championship. I guess, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, you say, why are you gonna take it? I'll take it because this tag team and Luke and Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows should have been tag team champions months ago. They should have beat the New Day. I know New Day was going to break Demolition's record, so on and so forth, but now, what am I seeing? What am I seeing? I'm seeing this tag team title being hot potatoed from one team to another team to another team to another team. I don't see the New Day getting the tag team titles back anytime soon. I don't see the New Day breaking up anytime soon, so I don't know where they're going with this. Now, we do know that Tommaso Ciampa and, gosh, why am I forgetting his tag team partner's name? Anyway, we do know that DIY, they're coming up to the main roster, probably, more than likely, because they lost the titles to the Authors of Pain over at NXT TakeOver, which was a pretty decent show. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be going to Raw, I think. We'll see what happens, but I could see those guys in a nice, really good, solid program with the club, formerly the Bullet Club over in Japan, New Japan Pro Wrestling. So that's going to be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to that, and I think that would be really cool, especially if they debut. Maybe not this week on Raw, maybe the following week, because you know Cesaro and Sheamus are going to ask for their rematch. You know, I'm sure they have a rematch clause in there. But anyway, now we're going to move over to another match that I predicted correctly. We have Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax, and I am I'm shocked but not surprised. Nia Jax hits a pop-up Samoan drop for the win. What I'm surprised about is the fact that Nia Jax absolutely dominated this entire match. Sasha Banks took the world champion, took the women's champion, the Raw champion, and Charlotte Flair to the limits. I mean, these women had epic battles, and they've had some pretty big battles over there in NXT, and I was just so surprised that they would put over Nia Jax so clean and so dominant. But this is where I agree with the fact that Nia Jax should be dominant. I mean, the reality is that even though Sasha Banks, let's say, is tough, so on and so forth, Sasha Banks really shouldn't beat Nia Jax. For real. I'm interested to see where this goes, you know, moving forward, because is Nia Jax going to be going for the Women's Championship? Is she going to be facing Charlotte Flair or Bayley, depending on who wins that match? I mean, if you guys don't know. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But, well, you know what? Why don't we get into that right now? Bayley versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw version of the Women's Championship. And this was a solid match. At one point, you have Charlotte Flair, whose mouth was busted wide open. I wasn't sure how it happened. And I had predicted that Charlotte Flair would also win this match and retain the title. I feel that the women's title will not change hands until WrestleMania, until the biggest stage. What do I think? Well, let me give you the finish really quickly. And I love this finish. I mean, again, there was a lot of good stuff going on in this match. A beautiful moonsault from Charlotte Flair, but Bayley was able to get her knees up. Barely. She sold it. That being Charlotte sold it, but close call there. Almost about to move. But anyway, outside the ring, Charlotte Flair is able to hit the natural selection, which is kind of like a front face DDT, if you know what I mean, onto the ring apron again. Which is the hardest part of the ring. It is the steel frame of the ring, knocking out Bayley and, well, beating her clean. Interesting. This is what's going to happen with that. And bear with me. I think that Charlotte Flair is going to hold on to that title, and they're gonna fight a few more times, and they're gonna try to kind of run the whole underdog gimmick like they were doing in NXT. Bayley gets this close, and then what happens? Bayley doesn't go over. Bayley doesn't go over. Finally at WrestleMania, the longtime fan, the lovable cuddleable. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but anyway, the lovable cuddly. There you go. Bayley will win. The hugger will win her championship, and live her dream of becoming the women's champion on the biggest, on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania. This is what I believe is going to happen, guys. If you do agree with me, well, leave your comments here below. If you don't agree with me, respectfully leave your comments here below at OneWrestling.com, YouTube/OneWrestling video. Now let's jump into a match that I didn't think I was going to enjoy too much, but I did, and I called this one wrong. Kevin Owens, the Universal Champion, versus Roman Reigns for the Universal. No disqualification match, and we have the sexy pinata in Y2J in a shark cage, hanging 50 feet above the ring. It wasn't 50 feet. It was probably about 15 to 20 feet above the ring. But, it's pretty funny what they did backstage, the whole conversation they had. Well, this was, again, a really, really interesting match where, for some reason... Now, I'll pick it up where you have Roman Reigns, who power bombs the living crap out of KO onto the announce table. Now during this match, I'm going to go back and forth. I mean, you're going to have to go back and check out the match in total because a lot of things happened here. But I had on the Impact Rebellion with me and y'all I did. Ooh, sorry about hitting the mic. I did actually predict, and I predicted exactly what happened. And it is, and I'm not trying to put myself over, guys, but it's just funny how these. I don't know, WWE, man. If you guys need a writer, I'm here. But yeah, Chris Jericho had a pair of brass knuckles, is exactly what I said, and dropped them down to Kevin Owens. Now, what I thought would happen was that Roman Reigns would actually obtain the brass knuckles, and then he would hit the Superman punch and go over with that. But no, that's not what happened. What happened during this match? Well, for no apparent reason, Braun Strowman comes down. Now you're gonna say, whoa, what do you mean no apparent reason? They had some issues before. Yeah, but you know what? It's a separate entity. And Braun Strowman comes out and he basically choke slam Roman Reigns onto the table, and it did not break. Now you're probably saying, oh man, is that about? You know what? Sometimes the table just doesn't break, and it still looked like it hurt. It looked like it hurt a hell of a lot. And then he brings Roman into the ring and hits a power slam into a table that was set up, and Owens was barely able to crawl over and hit the crawl over and actually get the pin for the 1, 2, 3. So Kevin Owens actually, with one arm, actually covers Roman Reigns and retains the championship. There was this one spot where KO had set up these chairs almost into a pyramid, and Roman Reigns was able to knock Kevin Owens onto those chairs outside the ring, and it was a pretty decent spot. It's a spot where Kevin Owens, you could have gotten really hurt, and I'm sure he did get hurt from that spot. But my question to you guys is, why did Braun Strowman get involved? I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to set up, because the fact of the matter is that, and if you watch the Royal Rumble, then you know where I'm getting at here. It's just none of it's making sense, and this is where the pay-per-view starts to kind of not makes sense a lot. A lot of it didn't make sense, but it doesn't mean it was a bad pay-per-view, if you guys know what I mean. Even though it wasn't booked the way I wanted it to be booked, even though it didn't make sense moving forward, maybe, I don't know, maybe they're going somewhere with this. I don't know. I really don't know. You guys think I know. I don't. I can call Bill after right now, but I'm not going to bother him. It's late. Goes to bed early. No, not really that early, but anyway. So here's the deal. Kevin Owens retains the Universal title. Now, Finn Balor is going to be returning very soon. So is Finn Balor going to be coming back to challenge for the Universal title? A lot of moving parts here. I hope the WWE writing staff, hope you guys have very sharpened pencils, a lot of them, because you're going to have to be using a lot of erasers, because I'm not 100% behind what's going on here. Don't know, but again, I don't want to be a negative Ned, not Nell. I said Nell before, negative Nelly, but I'm not a female. All right, so we move on to Neville versus Rich Swann, and this was a solid match. I was watching most of this match with most of this pay-per-view with my son, and My poor son Aiden had to actually sit through that Royal Rumble. I'm sorry, son. I'm very sorry. I'm such a bad father, making you watch that hot garbage. But anyway, but this was a good match, man. I mean, listen, man, Neville's taken that cruiserweight division by storm, and everything from the facials, his in-ring work, and I know they took away his finisher, the red arrow or the green arrow, whatever the hell it is, the red arrow. But listen, man, there was one point where we have the Rings of Saturn put on. Well, you know what? Let's go back, and there was actually there was a good spot where Neville actually hit the champ with a superplex, and a superplex. You're probably thinking to yourself, man, why are they putting that move over so much? Man, superplex is it's a tough bump, man. You're coming from really, really high. I mean, it's a big deal, man. I mean, I know, we know what it is. Superplex is like a pile driver. Once everybody started doing it, it became less and less of a big deal. But it is definitely a huge bump to take. Really putting that over. And then the Rings of Saturn, yes, the Rings of Saturn are put on the champ. And listen, man, that thing looks wicked. And yes, Neville actually makes the champion tap out. Again, this was a solid match. I thought Rich Swann did fantastic in this match. It was crisp, but there weren't many mistakes in this match. I mean, Rich Swann looked very, very tough. He looked angry. There was a lot of emotion, a lot of facials in this match where, there was a story being told within this match, not just an athletic story, but a story where, the champion is fighting as hard as he possibly can to retain that title. But listen, man, the king of the cruiserweights is just a little too much, man. I think Neville, I'm going to give credit to Billy Ray Valentine, because Billy Ray Valentine had texted this. We have a little group chat with Big Slam Nation, and he says that he believes that Neville should have a year-long run with that title. And I agree with you, buddy. I agree with you 1,000%, man. So I'm going to give you full kudos for that, man. I think Neville will be a great cruiserweight champion. But, again, WWE they have some tricks up their sleeves, man. I mean, for all I know, he'll probably lose it tomorrow. But anyway, now we're going to jump into a match that I really was looking forward to. And look, man, this match lived up to the hype. I gotta be honest with you. It was really, really a good match. I really like this, man. John Cena versus the WWE World Heavyweight Champion AJ Styles. And AJ Styles, my man, you have been fantastic as World Heavyweight Champion. I don't care how you were booked in the beginning. Everything from your in-ring work, everything to your cutting your promo, so on and so forth, man. You have been absolutely fantastic. AJ Styles, great champion. John Cena did win this match, and just so you know, I did call the Neville match. I did call that, but I did not call this one, man. My God, I mean, John Cena had a hit. I mean, he had to hit AJ Styles with everything, and this I agree with. We've had matches where John Cena, where let me not use John Cena. Let's use Roman Reigns as a good example. Roman Reigns could take 76 finishers, hits one freaking Superman punch, and he goes over. John Cena has done that before, but in recent matches, not so much. And John Cena hit everything from, a second rope avalanche type attitude adjustment. I think he hit like 2 or 3 attitude adjustments. I mean, he did do this one move that it was like a scoop slam. I think it was supposed to be like a cutter, but it ended up being like a big ending, I guess. Big E's finisher, and it looked kind of sloppy, but listen, man, it was good, man. I mean, AJ Styles was able to cleanly hit the Styles Clash multiple times, cleanly hit the phenomenal forearm. Styles is on top of the apron, and he goes for another springboard where John Cena actually catches him, hits an AA, then rolls through the AA. So this, I think it's about 4 AAs. Hits another one, and John Cena, sound like an Italian, John Cena actually goes over with the attitude adjustment, becoming the 16-time world champion. Okay. Why? Well, I really thought this through, and John Cena has to win, has to break the record at WrestleMania. The only way he's going to break the record of WrestleMania is if he wins the title now. He'll probably lose it at the Elimination Chamber, and I'm going to give kudos again to Billy Ray Valentine. I would love if he lost it to AJ Styles. I don't know if he will, But I would like that. I would like AJ Styles to have multiple runs and then hold that title another couple of months or another month or two before WrestleMania, and regaining his place as the face that runs the place. John Cena looked, John Cena looked strong, man. The match was sharp. For those that say John Cena can't wrestle, listen, he's not the best technical wrestler. I know AJ Styles probably carried most of this match, if not 90% of it, style-wise. But John Cena did a hell of a job, guys. You got to give him credit where credit's due, man. And again, I'm not a huge John Cena fan, but I am a John Cena supporter, if that makes any sense. Hey, look, man, my son was extremely happy that John Cena went over to win his 16th title, World Championship. But John Cena goes over, defeats AJ Styles, and I'm going to agree again with Billy Ray Valentine, where I believe that John Cena will drop the title at the Elimination Chamber because there's more of a chance. It's not going to be a clean match. I mean, there's more of a chance that he could lose the title. It just works out better. It's better booking, if he loses that title there. So even though I'm not extremely happy that John Cena won the title, but I understand a little more why he would lose it. And again, this took me a lot of thinking and processing and so on and so forth. So anyway, John Cena becomes the world champion. I wasn't too upset about that, believe it or not. Now, man, I don't know if I should put my muzzle on, but I'm going to try to be as professional as possible when reporting on this match. This is the 30-man Battle Royal. I'm going to go over some of the more interesting entries, and I'll focus in on some of the more impactful, let's just say, eliminations. Okay, so we have Big Cass and Y2J who come in number 1, number 2. I liked Jack Gallagher. I liked his gimmick. He comes in, huge pop from the crowd. I never seen an umbrella over so much. The guy comes in and he's just a delight to watch. Mark Henry gets a huge pop at number 6. Mark Henry coming in, with the horns up, so on and so forth. I know you're going to have some conspiracy theorists saying, oh, Illuminati and so on and so forth. Look, guys from Texas, that's what they do in Texas. Braun Strowman enters at number 7. Keep an eye on that. Sami Zayn enters at number 8, and that guy went almost all the way to the end, which I thought was cool. And Ben Hameen, I'm going to give you credit for this, buddy. You said it would be a travesty if they didn't book Ty Dillinger coming in at number 10, which they did. Baron Corbin, a very pivotal entry at number 13. Number 13. You think there's a coincidence? Lucky number 13? You see the whole thing there with 13? Anyway, because good luck for me, bad luck for you. Anyway, now, this blew me away. Braun Strowman's in the ring, basically just eliminating everybody and their grandmother. And their grandmother, diaper first, right over the top rope. After a Helluva kick from Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin hits a huge lariat clothesline and eliminates Braun Strowman. Shocking. I was absolutely shocked. Why? Okay, I don't know. Brock Lesnar enters at 26. Enzo Amore. Karl, do not get upset. I'm sorry. He comes in at 27. Why? I could have thought of 76 different people. Salvatore Bellomo could have came in. Who's Salvatore Bellomo? Google it. He could have came in. This is where I lose it. Why are you going to waste a pick on this guy, man? Why? Damn it, why? There was talks of Rey Mysterio, of Shawn Michaels backstage. You could have Shawn Michaels come in and super kick 3 people and throw them over the top rope or whatever, man. Jesus Christmas. Finn Balor. No Finn Balor. Why? But we get Enzo Amore. Goldberg comes in at number 28. Goldberg comes in and absolutely dominates the field, taking everybody out, including Brock Lesnar, bouncing him from the ring with a spear and then a lariat. Wow. But I figured this would happen. The Undertaker comes in at 29. The Undertaker comes up from behind Goldberg, and Goldberg is eliminated. Okay, so at this point I'm saying Undertaker's going to win. Number 30 is coming. It's got to be Finn Balor. Who do we get? We get Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was in a world title match. Why is he back in the Rumble? I don't get it. And I honestly thought he was going to win this damn thing. I don't get it, man. I really don't. Anyway, Man, Roman Reigns eliminates The Undertaker. So why was The Undertaker in this freaking thing? Billy Ray Valentine, you said it yourself. If The Undertaker's going to be in it, then he should win it. But no. So what does this do? Is this setting up Roman Reigns versus... Oh, God, wait a second. Oh, no, but... Wait. If Roman Reigns wins the Universal title from Kevin Owens, then maybe he faces The Undertaker. I don't know. I really don't know. Guys, if you have any idea of how they're going to book this thing, please leave your comments below, because I am absolutely confused, man. This is not good. But anyway, man, I mean, we have the final four in the ring. You have the Wyatts, Roman Reigns, and Y2J in the ring, and that being Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, Y2J and Roman Reigns in the ring, and Y2J is eliminated. I would have loved to have seen Chris Jericho go over here. Nope. Chris Jericho versus his best friend at WrestleMania. That makes sense. Nope. Okay, so all right, so Bray Wyatt. Finally, Bray Wyatt's gonna get the big win, right? Nope. Bray Wyatt gets eliminated. Okay. All right, so we got Randy Orton, Roman Reigns. All right, I guess Roman Reigns is going to win. Roman Reigns, this is the guy that WWE has been pushing the whole time. They're going to shove him down the throat. Maybe he gets a heel turn. He's going to freaking win. Nope. Randy Orton wins. Why? Why? Nothing against Randy Orton. Randy Orton's awesome. RKO out of nowhere. Hey, throw up a meme. Throw up a GIF. Why? I don't get it. I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around this thing. Why did Randy Orton win this? Even though, I mean, people say, oh, well, you know, at least it's not Roman Reigns. Yeah, but Roman Reigns kind of would have made a little more sense, even though he shouldn't have been in the damn match at all. I honestly don't get it. I don't know where they're going with this, guys. I noticed Randy Orton came down to his music, not the Wyatts' music. Is he not part of the Wyatts? But he is part of the Wyatts. And then I have a headache. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this has been my breakdown and review of Royal Rumble 2017. You're gonna have to excuse me, guys, because this was actually frustrating to watch a little bit, you know. Man, I don't get it. I really genuinely don't get it. And again, you know, people ask me, why do you watch TNA? Well, I have to have an alternative. I mean, I need something to bring me down a little bit. Not to say that TNA is better than WWE, but seriously. Anyway, listen, guys, I really want to hear what you guys think. Leave me... Guys, send me a tweet, guys. Don't hit me direct message. Send me a tweet, guys, at Big Ray Show. Hey, listen, guys, you can follow me at Big Ray Show. You can follow us here at OneWrestling.com, YouTube/OneWrestling. Video follow us as a family at One Wrestling or at Big Slam Nation on Twitter. And, of course, follow the legendary Bill Apter at Apter One Wrestling. Hey, guys, listen, man. I always say this. I would do this for a living, which I basically do. I would do this for a living, but if I couldn't, I'd do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling, but I do not love when the WWE doesn't know how to book a major match like this. This could have been the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. What it was, wasn't good. Ladies and gentlemen, leave your comments here below. I love you. In the words of my brother Bill Schuyler, I'll see you down the road. Be sure to check me out on the Impact Rebellion this Friday, and also my TNA reports here at OneWrestling.com. Thank you, guys. Peace.